bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Elections held last June for employees of the Lakine Resort resulted in the defeat of the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union and the dismantling of the union's membership on Grand Bahama. Since then, many have questioned the future of the operations of Workers House, the union's headquarters on Zattlers Way. Workers House has been a fixture in the Freeport community for decades, and Union President Nicole Martin says it will stay that way for some time to come.
Workers House, of course, we have our auditorium, our hall that we do business in. We invite people to come and look at it. Of course, everyone knows about Workers House, but the role that we play is that we're still very much a part of Grand Bahama or Freeport. So even though we don't have members here, I guess the easy thing to do would be to pack up and leave because you don't have any members. But because we believe that over the years we've played such an important role here on the island, we're not going to just pick up and go. As a matter of fact, we're doing everything in our power to hold our presence here and to improve on it.
Now, she says there has been no reduction in staff despite the lack of union members.
We don't know how we're able to do it, and we're going to hold that position for as long as we can. I think everyone would expect that things will change, because if you lose the one source of income, then almost automatically you would see a reduction in the staffing levels. And because we are a union, we try to keep people employed. And if things don't, if we don't get some things going, that may change, but we're not in a hurry to change it.
Well, in a matter of weeks, an election will be held to determine who will lead the Grand Bahama Christian Council. Tonight, a current executive of that august body is not mincing words regarding the quest for leadership and that organization's religious and social agenda. Joan Davis Rolle has this report.
As the battle for the leadership of the Grand Bahama Christian Council heats up ahead of the January 21st election date, a local council executive is issuing an appeal. In a candid interview with ZNS News, Prophetess Quinty says the time has come for revolutionary leadership.
The Grand Bahama Christian Council is ineffective in creating change because everybody has a hunger issue for leadership. Everyone feels like if I were the president, I could do better, which it's not so. In order to be a great leader, you must first be a great follower. Holding conferences, it's not helping. Going in the Freeport, that's you need to do some legwork. To do something and do it quick. We need to support. If you cannot support this president, how can you support another president or expect someone to support you?
She says before a new council president is elected to chart a course for that organization, he must first have a personal God-centered vision that will not only bridge the gap, but will positively impact all.
I am the youngest serving member of Grand Bahama Christian Council ever, and in my being there, I would say that even in a young person, we are not affecting the youth at all. We are not going into the schools. We can go into the schools, we can talk to the kids. We're not doing that because no one has time to come to any event that the media is not present to. It's all about exposure. If we can get out there, we can get our faces out there. There have been so many things that one of our members, Janet Knowles from Invaders for Christ, have tried to organize. Isaiah Bean, pastor, has tried to organize, and nothing is successful because they're not going to come if the media isn't there. We can blame president after president after president, but is it truly the president's fault when we, as a body, refuse to get on board with anything because of the hunger for leadership instead of the hunger for unity?
The local pastor is adamant that the Bahamas must become a praying nation and noted that not only must persons on Grand Bahama experience the effectiveness of the religious body, but the entire country.
Pastor Robert Lockhart said perfectly at the nominations that we had. He said, it's not a time to campaign, but to pray. And as long as you pray, God will put who he wants to put to be our next president. And I believe that. So I feel this morning that the monies that are spent on flyers, the monies that are spent on campaigning, the effort that is put into campaigning can be put into so much more.
Joan Davis Rolle, Saturday Network News.
In other news, Reach Out Ministry receiving some much-needed help from a local organization on Grand Bahama. The Kaikuzuki Lodge donated a check for $1,000 to assist in the cost of a building of a community center. The most illustrious potentate, Stephen Kingman Thompson, say their organization is one that believes in giving. He shares why Reach Out was chosen for that donation.
We check around in the community and we find out that Mr. Said organization this is the seventh year and it's near completion, so we feel it fitting to donate this check to Mr. Said. So, and he wanted to finish this completion of this outreach ministries by March of this year, so we feel that it was fitting to donate it to outreach ministries.
Founder of Reach Out Ministries, Dudley Said, has been working hard to complete this building. He says every little bit helps and shares his gratitude for the support.
Today I'm very grateful that they choose Reach Out Youth Organization, and today is a glorious day. My prayers have been answered. Many times I want to give up, but today I must say I'm very grateful to them that they choose to give a donation to Reach Out Youth Organization.
Now, the Reach Out Community Outreach Center is expected to be completed by March.
Okay, today was a good day. You had a good day? I'm impressed with you guys. You stopped putting food posters on the wall in your newsroom.
Once again, happy birthday to little JT. That's going to do it for us here in the North.
I'm kind of like,
I'm Shasheena. Have a great evening.